Question number 4, the sequence will be Mr. Carlson, Mr. Walberg, Mr. Rooney. Upon your election, you are immediately handed a leadership role to identify how to shrink the size and scope of the federal government. What exactly will be your main areas of attack to accomplish this mission? Mr. Carlson.
The cost of government has simply outstripped our ability to pay for it. We do not have a revenue problem. Instead, we have a spending problem. Year after year, we send congressmen to Washington promising to do something about the spending. Yet, despite campaign promises and good intentions, we cannot get our fiscal house in order. As special interests demand special treatment, we are dismayed how the public purse is raided and you and I are left to pick up the tab. This out-of-control spending must end. We cannot print money to make ends meet either at home or in our businesses and in our homes. Government must not be allowed to do it either. That's why, as your congressman, my first priority will be to push for a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution to prevent future Congresses from overspending. With such a limit in place, the temptation to simply print money is gone. Hard decisions that have been put off for years will have to be faced and priorities established. No longer will we be able to simply defer the hard decisions and continue to pile deficits upon deficits to a point where they literally threaten the very stability of our economy. Shrinking the size and scope of the federal government can only be achieved by requiring the government to live within its means. A balanced budget amendment can get that done.
Thank you very much. Mr. Walberg.
I only know of a couple key principles that will accomplish this, and as I go back in my experience in the state legislature, living through Governor Blanchard's administration, where we went from a $1.8 billion budget deficit to a $1.8 billion budget deficit, increased the size of government, increased the regulation, the power, and destroyed the economy. It was only when we, with my assistance and partnership with Governor Engler and other people of goodwill and understanding of the Constitution, when we cut spending, we cut taxes, we balanced the budget, we reduced the size, cost, scope of government, and we saw the economy rebound. So again, cut spending, reduce taxes, repeal and replace health care takeover, all of the above energy plan, balanced budget amendment, line item veto, affirm the 10th Amendment to the Constitution in restoring the understanding of states' powers. Live within your means. Let liberty reign, individual responsibility, and we will have a successful state and a successful nation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Rooney.
We're hemorrhaging money right now, and our debt and our is out of control. We're printing money on one hand, and the Department of Treasury is buying it on the other hand, or Red China's buying it. We can't sustain this kind of spending that we're doing right now. So the first priority would be stop the bleeding when you get down to D.C. And part of that is by repealing and replacing Obamacare. The other is making sure that cap and trade doesn't get passed. If people in this room think NAFTA is a tough pill to swallow, cap and trade is NAFTA on steroids. So we need to think long and hard about stopping the Obama agenda and then changing over gears to start getting ourselves into job creation, an environment that helps create jobs in this district and in the state and this country. The other part is some of the smaller things that you can do is start thinking about how to get the size of government down, not just in scope but in size, and start thinking about ways of doing that. Are there departments that we can devolve? Look, we pay, I believe it's 83 or 85 cents on the dollar, our federal gas tax. So we send $1 down to DC, we get 83 cents back or 85 cents back. Mark Showers sits on the Department of Transportation. What has he done to make us whole? Nothing. At least until our unemployment rate is that of the national average, we should be made whole. Or keep our own money and devolve the Department of Transportation to the point where all they do is regulate interstate commerce as far as regulations on trucks and those sorts of things. I'd rather keep our own money than send it to DC and get shafted on the way back up.
Thank you very much.